Loving Sairam to all from Pratap Jayavant, based in Kathmandu, Nepal, which is under Zone 4 of the Sri Sathya Sai Global Council. Although officially I'm a retired WHO consultant in public health and tuberculosis, our dear Swami has retired me to serve in different capacities. With his blessings, I continue to serve as a general physician in the medical camps in Prashanti Nilayam and in Nepal, as a guest speaker for youth empowerment programs in Nepal, and as an honorary advisor for NGOs engaged in community development projects. With a humble prayer to Swami that he shall speak through me, I take this opportunity to make this presentation, Engaging Families and New Members, Way to Serve. This is a very thought-provoking topic, and rightly so, because from the very outset, it not only pops up three questions in our mind: why, who, and how, but also activates our thought process to do some intense brainstorming. Engaging families and new members, way to serve. So let us together ponder over the first question: why? Growth of the organization. We all know that spiritual growth of an individual or a family is very essential, because that is the only way to get closer to the Divine Master, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. It is also linked to the growth of the organization. The Sri Sathya Sai Seva organization promotes spiritual development and places us on the divine path where we practice the five virtues, namely truth or satya, righteousness or dharma, peace or shanti, love or prema, and non-violence or ahimsa. Expansion of divine love. When we engage family members or new members, it not only creates a sense of community and belonging, but also emphasizes the need for global expansion of divine love. In other words, it provides a unique platform for the Sai connection with like minded individuals who share similar spiritual aspirations, values, and vibes. Spreading divine message of love and service. In fact, Swami's divine message of love and service is beautifully captured by the words love all, serve all, reach all, and welcome all. The Sri Sathya Sai Seva organization is known for its selfless service activities which are aimed at helping the needy and the less fortunate. Hence, engaging family and new members will instill in them a sense of moral responsibility and encourage them to contribute positively to spiritual development. And then we come to strengthening relationships. So, brothers and sisters, the need of the hour is to actively involve families and new members to strengthen relationships, for instance, familial bonds within and between families that will provide a shared stage for spiritual exploration, fruitful discussions, and result in selfless activities. Now we come to the next question: who? Who are all eligible? Let's take family members, for instance, and that should include parents, siblings, spouses, and children. In the present world, so to speak, families are separated geographically due to conflicting priorities, professional opportunities, and lucrative assignments abroad. So there is a need, therefore, to enhance the bonding between kith and kin through love and better understanding. Friends, we are looking at friends and acquaintances. Okay, they may be our colleagues or co-workers. Imagine for a second we are role models of the Sri Sathya Sai Seva organization, as Swami always wanted us to be. Would that not spark an interest in our colleagues and co-workers? And should that not make it easier to engage them in spiritual discussions or encourage them to be involved in Sai Seva activities? Let's now look at the youth members, by which we mean students, either university students or college students. There is always an immense enthusiasm and boundless energy in young people, and many are fully charged and would be ready to serve if we could only reach them through modern technologies and social media platforms, of which there are many. And finally, we look at the community. The community may represent other religious groups, other social groups, or newcomers as well. We need to reach out to them, especially if they're interested in spiritual growth or service activities or the teachings of Sri Satya Sai Baba, but are shy to come forward. And now we come to the next question: how? Create a welcome environment. True, we have to, the ambience at the Sai Center should be such that will usher in a warm welcome to all newcomers and families. As one enters the holy abode, they should be greeted by adoring pictures of Swami, his inspiring quotations which are powerful enough to attract anyone's attention. And existing members should also encourage new members to open dialogue, create opportunities for meaningful connections, and above all, ensure that newcomers feel comfortable and accepted. There may be some sensitive issues which we should remember. For instance, singing Sarvadharma bhajans without any rituals will promote unity among people from diverse ethnic backgrounds. We should also support individual choices. As spiritual journeys are very personal and unique to every individual, we need to respect the individual choices of the newcomers. Allow them to explore at their own pace and their own way. Of course, we should offer support and guidance without imposing our beliefs or expectations. Personal example: as a Sai devotee, we should be indeed living examples of the teachings and values dear to Bhagwan. We should demonstrate love, compassion, integrity, which we practice in our daily life. Remember, each one of us has a one to one connection with Swami. So we can briefly explain how we came to Swami's fold and enlighten them about our own self transformation. That could have an impact on them as well. Invite new members for events. Be proactive to invite family members or newcomers to attend events organized by the Sai Center. For example, it may be devotional singing, study circles, or service activities, or talks on spiritual topics. It's important to explain to them the purpose and significance of these events and also highlight the benefits that they can derive from participating. Now, let us share some literature and resources that we also have, like books, articles, journals like Sanatana Sarati, Swami's monthly spiritual journal, and other online resources related to the teachings of Bhagwan and principles of the organization. We know how some books have changed the lives of people, like Professor Kasturi's Satyam, Shivam, and Sundaram. And in the West, we had Howard Murphy's Sai Baba, Man of Miracles. We had Dr. Sandwith's book on Sai Baba, the Holy Man and the Psychiatrist, and even one by John Hislop, Baba and I. So these are all books that we should share with them or give them from where they can get these books. Online resources include hundreds and thousands of videos from authentic sources like Sai Media Center in Prashanti Nilayam. So these resources will definitely arouse their spiritual curiosity, deepen their understanding, and inspire them to explore further. We need to engage them in service activities too. Engage family members and new members in voluntary service activities. Participating in a selfless service can be a powerful way to connect with others and they experience the joy of serving the less fortunate and the downtrodden. In Swami's words, Manav Seva is Madhav Seva, meaning service to humanity is service to God. We should also encourage them to contribute their own skills and talents in service projects that enlighten their own interests. Remember, the decision to engage in service activities should ultimately be voluntary. There should be no pressure from our side. Finally, do not forget Swami's words: love all, serve all, help ever, hurt never. Swami always wanted us to have a happy face and a smiling face. His words, be happy, be happy, be happy, should always resonate in our ears. Swami never liked anyone to have a castor oil face. And remember, Swami had a great sense of humor. There are many incidents where Swami enjoyed to play on words and create a double meaning. Here is an amusing incident that comes to mind. One day, sitting in the darshan line was a young lad who was in a dilemma whether to give a lift on his scooter to a girl he saw waiting by the side of the road. Swami came straight to the youth, and before the boy could reveal his problem, Swami looked at him and said, "No mistake." The boy was much relieved, and from the next day he started promptly giving lift to the girl. Within a couple of days, Swami again came straight to him when he was seated for darshan, glared at him, and asked him, "What are you doing?" Utterly nervous and tongue tied, the boy remained silent, and Swami then said, "I told you, miss, no mistake, no mistake." It was just the opposite as understood by the boy the first time. So Swami really had a sense of humor and wanted us all to have a smiling face. Another very important task is for us to bring back those who have dropped out. We should address their issues. We should help them in every possible way to come back to the Sai Center because they too can enjoy the divine bliss of being close to Swami. When newcomers turn up at the Sai centers in foreign countries, it's very important to welcome them into the fold in order to brief them about local cultural issues of the host country. Therefore, cultural orientation sessions are very important to familiarize newcomers with the customs, traditions, and norms of the host country. Now, let us look at the roles and responsibilities of the center presidents, especially the office bearers and the members. It is very important that they should be all interconnected because this interconnection helps them to coordinate better and to conduct their activities in a better way. In other words, the strength of the Sai Center lies not in its physical structure or individual achievements, but in the profound love, bonding, and understanding that unites the president, office bearers, and members. Like the diverse branches of a mighty tree, they're interconnected, drawing sustenance from the same spiritual roots, and together they flourish and spread the fragrance of love, service, and unity. Let us look at the qualities of the center presidents and the office bearers. As divine instruments, center leaders and members should be shining examples of love, compassion, and humility, and have a service oriented mindset. In other words, they should show pure love for service to inspire others. They should also demonstrate good communication and selfless leadership skills. They should also embrace and celebrate diversity in all its forms, including cultural, religious, and socioeconomic diversity, so that others too can enjoy a sense of blissful security in the center. They should show a genuine interest in others, especially if it comes to newcomers, and thus create a joyful and uplifting atmosphere for all. There are three wings of the Sri Satyasai Seva organization. The first one is the spiritual wing. We should actually encourage new members for spiritual growth through practices like meditation and devotional activities, especially like singing bhajans, and nurturing individuals to realize their divine nature through spiritual practice and sadhana. When we come to the education wing, it's very important to remember that the education wing combines academic excellence with character development and value based learning. In other words, value based education for character building is the hallmark of the Sri Satya Sai education, a potential gold mine. Service wing embodies the spirit of selfless service. We should motivate new members to participate in service related activities. The service wing will dedicate their efforts to uplifting the underprivileged and addressing their social needs. The service wing includes the Ladies Forum and the Young Adults Wing. The Ladies Forum should foster a sense of sisterhood and encourage more ladies to be engaged in several activities like, for example, training of Bal Vikas gurus, conducting Bal Vikas activities, organizing skill development programs, and health awareness and healthcare activities. The young adult wing focuses on leadership development. Therefore, the activity should allow some exposure to motivational talks and participation in selfless service activities. The journey from I to we to him. This is one of the most challenging tasks because it's related to transformation from I to we and from we to him. We all know that ego prevents us from getting closer to God. Often we say, I did it myself, or only I could have done it, without realizing that we are mere instruments in the hands of God. He is the divine doer. I, in the first picture you see, represents an egocentric approach. And when you look at we, it represents a teamwork approach. So we have to move from I to we to him, which represents the Almighty. So, in order to reach out to families and newcomers, we have to look at innovative approaches. Thinking out of the box is very important. The first one is to create orientation programs. Newcomers should know the history of the Sai Center, how the center strives to preserve the teachings and morals established by Swami, the various activities managed by the center, so on and so forth. And then it's also good to have a buddy system. It is likely that new member feels delicate or uncomfortable as he or she is not familiar with the traditions and formalities of the center. So to avoid any embarrassing moment, it's ideal to pair a newcomer with an experienced member of the center, especially during activities. Personalized welcome gifts, kits, a great initiative indeed, because welcome kits should contain spiritual books, prayer beads, pocket pictures of Swami, vibhuti packets, and inspirational quotations, etc. And also new member gathering. We should encourage gatherings of newcomers which facilitates the exchange of new ideas, perspectives, and open dialogue without external pressure. And then we should look at the use of modern technologies. We have Radio Sai, we have YouTube links, live Prashanti telecasts, and we also have social media platforms like WhatsApp groups at each different levels, center, regional, and national, and also Facebook. In this slide, we're going to look at first the do's. It's very important to reiterate the five virtues dear to Bhagwan: truth, righteousness, peace, love, and non-violence. Equally important is to create a team at the center for meeting and greeting newcomers with a loving Sairam or a sweet smile. We should instill a sense of harmony and unity, and most important, spread the concept of brotherhood and sisterhood. We should welcome individuals from diverse backgrounds, ethnicity, and culture. We should clarify matters in a very simple matter without adopting a superiority complex or a dominating attitude. And most important is always maintain a sense of positivity. Now let's look at the don'ts. Do not engage in discrimination, whether it is race, gender, religion, or social status. Do not engage in gossip, rumors, or spreading negativity about fellow members. And do not force or impose your beliefs on others. Do not prompt divisive or harmful ideologies. Do not misuse the organization's resources for personal gain. There have been many occasions when Swami has often demonstrated subtle ways to prick the bloated ego of several devotees and make them understand that they are mere instruments and that he is the actual doer. So remember, if the ego is there, then it prevents us from getting close to God. If ego does not go, then God goes away from us. Because remember, ego stands for edging God out. Now, let us look at the takeaway messages. The Sai Center must be ever ready to welcome new members. Newcomers must have an option to select what activity suits them. The Sai connection must bring kith and kin together. Newcomers may need guidance from experienced devotees. The enthusiasm of children and youth must be harnessed effectively. And newcomers must be encouraged to send the children to Bal Vikas. Parents themselves can enroll for training as Bal Vikas gurus. And center leaders should always assess all the activities that are undertaken and implemented and streamline accordingly. So they should evaluate and adapt. Once again, I wish to thank Swami for giving me this opportunity to participate in this CLC session. Thanks to the SAI team of organizers, coordinators, and technical experts responsible for recording the sessions. Jai Sai Ram.